Atmosphere around us is purified by the divine power. The atmosphere around us is purified by the divine power. The divine energy descends upon us. We are being purified and blessed. The divine energy descends upon us. We are being purified and blessed. The divine energy descends upon us. We are being purified and blessed. The divine power may protect us, guide us, and lead us day and night of all times, in all our activities, and in all places. Salutation to Mother, salutation to Father, and salutation to our Guru Vethathiri Maharishi. Meditation, Duriyam. Start meditation at Agna. Duriyam, conclude the meditation. Spread the energy throughout the body. May the energy spread all over the body. May the body and soul be purified. Auto-suggestion. By the grace of the divine, we may enjoy good health, long life, prosperity, wisdom, and peace. By the grace of the divine, we may enjoy good health, long life, prosperity, wisdom, and peace. By the grace of the divine, we may enjoy good health, long life, prosperity, wisdom, and peace. The whole world may enjoy prosperity, happiness, and peace. The whole world may enjoy prosperity, happiness, and peace. The whole world may enjoy prosperity, happiness, and peace. May peace prevail inside me. May peace prevail all around me. May peace prevail all over the world. Peace, peace, peace. Be blessed by the divine. We warmly welcome. Am I audible, Aya? Is that clear?
Yes, ma, you're fine, you're fine. Good.
We warmly welcome the Research and Development Directors, Senior Professors, and all the respected participants joining us from across the globe this evening. A special welcome to the incredible back-end support team who have worked behind the scenes to make this session seamless and successful. It's truly a pleasure to have each of you with us for this meaningful session. Today, we are fortunate to have a wonderful opportunity to deepen our knowledge. The topic we are going to explore is scientific basis and research in body relaxation. Let me begin with a small reflection. Imagine spending hours preparing a delicious, nutritious meal, carefully selecting the ingredients, cooking with precision, and presenting it beautifully, only to walk away without tasting a single bite. Doesn't that feel incomplete? That's exactly what happens when we do our exercise and don't take time for relaxation. It's like preparing the feast but not relishing it. According to Vethathiri Maharishi, body relaxation is not just a nice to have at the end of the exercise. It's scientifically validated requirement. When we pause, breathe, and relax consciously, our nervous system shifts from flight or fight to rest and repair. It's not just philosophy, there's deep science and research behind it. That's the very purpose of our gathering today. Similarly, when we complete our yogic exercise but neglect proper body relaxation, we miss out on the essence of the experience. As Vethathiri Maharishi always beautifully emphasized, relaxation is not a luxury at the end, right? Thank you, Aya. You're being here for that.
Thank you, ma.
1 minute. Our esteemed speaker, will help us understand how Maharishi teachings harmonize with physiological research and how they bring clarity to this most crucial phase of the session. Today, we are going to dive into that science, the biological, physiological, and energetic changes that happen during relaxation. So, with great respect and anticipation, I now have the honor of inviting Dr. Ananda Kumar to share his insights on his profoundly important subject. We are graced with a truly illustrious speaker whose credentials speak volumes. Please join me in welcoming Aya, who beautifully bridges the world of cutting edge medical science and spiritual philosophy. Dr. Ananda Kumar, he is a urology consultant and associate professor at the renowned University of Birmingham. He also serves as the postgraduate surgical tutor at the Royal College of Surgeons of England and lead for prostate care in the Black Country Provider Collaborative, a role in which he transforms lives every day through clinical excellence. Now, just that, he is the lead for urology at the University of Birmingham Medical College and holds that prestigious position of senior clinical lecturer at Aston University. While these accolades themselves are awe-inspiring, what makes today's session even more special is this. Dr. Ananda Kumar is not only a top-tier surgeon and academician, he is also a dedicated Sky Yoga practitioner, passionately engaged in search of Vethathiri Maharishi's teachings. In addition to his clinical and academic accomplishments, he is the author of the thought-provoking article titled Well-Being in Clinical Practice, published in Surgeons News by the Royal College of Surgeons of Edinburgh, RCSED. This beautifully written piece emphasizes the importance of mindfulness and inner balance for surgeons, opening up a deeply human and much needed dialogue within the medical community. If you haven't read it yet, I highly recommend it. It's insightful, inspiring, and timely. So, dear participants, you are in for a truly transformative and intellectually rich experience. Let us extend our warm virtual welcome to Dr. Ananda Kumar as he now takes us through this powerful and insightful journey. Let's stay open heart and receptive as we step into this enlightening journey. Over to you, Aya.
Thank you, Amma. Dear participants, Varga Valamudan. I'm sorry, I am in a hospital and I have one sick patient, so I'm just jumping in and around. There is a small possibility even during my talk, they may ask for my help and I may have to interpret. Possibly with Vedandra Maharishi's blessings, the talk should go well. Regarding this talk, I'm quite convinced, and it's a well-proven fact that our Vedandra Maharishi's principles of body relaxation is a very groundbreaking practice. Even though Maharishi has got multiple teachings in the form of like Kaya Kalpa, various meditation methods, introspection, Maunam, etc., he also stressed on this body relaxation. I have done plenty of talks for our vision scholars, and my main interest is to see what is the science behind it. I've done talks like science behind Kaya Kalpa, science of hand exercises, eye exercises, science of fasting, science of Maunam in the past. And I always wish to research something new from Vedantri Maharishi Ayya's work. So this time I've taken his body relaxation, see what is the science behind it. And in the end, I wish to propose a kind of a research protocol. So any researchers who are interested can just adopt it and take it forward. Now, this particular presentation or the notes which I am sharing in the screen, I've also shared with the group. So you all will be able to access this one. Maybe we can put it in the Zoom group also in the chat platform after my talk. So there is a Chinese proverb that tension is what you think you should be, and relaxation is the one where you are. So the ultimate aim is relaxation, but unfortunately, tension is the one what we are leading to. In the vast landscape of yogic practices, we start with a very tangible thing of physical body. But our true mastery extends beyond the physical body and physical postures. We know Vedanta Maharishi Ayya has given various exercises which explains us how good the postures and movements are helpful. But there is a subtle art of conscious relaxation, which is what we are going to discuss today. And my presentation will be backed up by all the possible evidences. We know that Maharishi Ayya has started the World Community Service Center, and now it is a well-established one, not just in India or Asia, all throughout the world. Maharishi has the unique blend of spiritual insight and scientific temperament. He is not just a master who just teaches. He also tries to bring various scientific things like what is the reason behind the davam, what is the reason behind the various planets. And he always tries to have a good scholarly people who can speak scientifically around him. Now, Maharishi's concept of Jivakantam is well known. That is what we are trying to translate in English as biomagnetism. Jivakantam is the one which is like a central part of everything. Like, for example, our day-to-day life, whether you are spiritual or not, you are working, you are living because of the Jivakantam. Having said that, the Kaya Kalpa, our simplified Kundalini exercises, improves the Jivakantam and makes our life in a very healthy and energetic manner. He has taught various exercises for physical tension and relieving the mental stress, removing the emotional turmoil. The practices of introspection will really give us an insight about what is happening within our body. His body relaxation technique is designed primarily to consciously conserve and replenish our life forces. And we know that by doing this, it will further supplement the good effects of Kaya Kalpa and meditation. So the practice of conscious body relaxation is a kind of a guided journey inward. As Maharishi said, it's better to be practiced in the Shavasana pose, lying down, but it can be modified to a seated posture in case if a particular individual is needed. The first step is posture and stillness. We know even from Patanjali Yoga Sutra, the stillness is the most important part of the 8 limbs. And second one is the breath awareness. Awareness of our own breath, which forms a major part of the Buddhist teaching. And you can see that every part of this relaxation technique incorporates the various concepts from various beliefs. And then we have a systematic body scan. And Maharishi usually starts from, say, for example, toe and slowly moving upwards and up to the top of our head. And the Maharishi's peculiarity or the uniqueness is the auto-suggestion. Even the Varga Valamudan itself is a big kind of auto-suggestion. But during this relaxation, the auto-suggestion that my toes are relaxing, my joints are relaxing, my hip joint is relaxing, that auto-suggestion gives a conscious relaxation. And we can feel and sense that relaxation happening gradually from toe upwards. This is the best method for a total relaxation. Sometimes it's quite difficult for somebody to relax ourselves, and that's why there are various guided relaxation audio tapes available. During the last consciousness workshop, our own Dr. Sudhindra Devi Madam has given a wonderful relaxation talk, and it's a good one to have a good recording of those talks so that we can practice it every day. It's a good practice to do this relaxation as a starting thing to keep our body relaxed and mind relaxed, and also a wonderful one to wind down and go down before we sleep. The idea is it disengages the mind from the external stimuli. We are not thinking about anything and we are focusing only on the body. And it also removes the inner chatter because we are giving something for the mind to do, like focusing on the toes, focusing on the ankle, focusing on the thighs. Since there is an inner chatter, it gives a profound physical and mental quietude. Now, let's see what is the science behind it and how the relaxation works. We all know what about the autonomic nervous system has got the sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic nervous system. Sympathetic is the one which is important for the flight and the fight, like a stress response. It is important to have a sympathetic nervous system to perform an action. Say, for example, for me to render this talk, it's very important I should have a good sympathetic system. Otherwise, with only parasympathetic, my talk will be very slow and very dull. But parasympathetic system is important for rest and digest and recuperate to keep our energy level in a good, nice manner. Parasympathetic is important to control the blood pressure and makes the muscle relaxation and reduce the cortisol level. Increased cortisol level, increased muscle tension forms the backbone of all the diseases in the modern world, right from hypertension to even the metabolic syndrome like diabetes, increased body weight, etc. This whole group leads to the another set of side effects like, for example, heart attack, stroke, etc. And that leads to further set of complications like, for example, handicapness, bedriddenness, etc. So the main mechanism of our Vethathiri Maharishi's body relaxation technique is down regulates the sympathetic nervous activity and upregulates the parasympathetic nervous activity. As you can see, the document which I'm going to share, there are good amount of clear-cut evidences. Every word what I'm saying is backed by the documented publications. So those who are interested, who want to know more about this relaxation technique and curious to know how it works, I will strongly advise you all to go through the references also. There is a list of references in the end of this document. It reduces the neuromuscular tension. We don't know how much of neuromuscular tension we hold on in our body day in and day out. This neuromuscular tension is the main reason for aging, graying of hair, hair fall, etc. By not having the residual tension, which is always in the body, it gives the body a chance to breathe, a chance to settle down to its inner core, and it really reduces the efferent signals from the nerve impulses also. We all know that gamma motor neurons are the main motor neurons. This autosuggestion and relaxation reduces the gamma motor activity. It improves the cognitive function and it improves and modulates the motor output. The main effects are, if somebody is studying the muscle electric activity by leads, we can say in the leads that there is a decreased muscle electronic activities. It modulates the brain wave. We know that during the meditation, our brain wave reduces. We all shift from the active beta waves, which is 13 to 30 hertz, to lower alpha or theta waves. Once you perform the body relaxation and then go for a sleep, next day, if you do any meditation, whether it's Agna meditation or Turiya meditation, the meditation will be more deeper because already your brain got used to lower brain waves. And it really reduces the unnecessary mental chatter, enhances the creativity. You can see that if you perform the body relaxation regularly and when you do a focused work, like for example, delivering a talk like this or writing an article or students studying for their exams, you can do a focused study for longer duration. And it is very good to further boost your Kayakalpa and bodily exercises. It improves the interoception and proprioception. We will be quite aware of our body position, our joint position, etc. It strengthens the neural pathways and it improves the insular cortex, which is very important to process the signals from the joints. This will indirectly improve the tone in the body. The whole body will become nicely toned and the problems of elderly diseases like Parkinson's and Alzheimer's disease will be quite reduced. It is quite conserving for the metabolic energy. It saves your Jivakantam. Otherwise, if you are working very hard and going to your bed with a lot of tiredness, then your tiredness will lead to a sleep which is disturbed by the dreams. But a proper relaxation technique before the sleep will result in a very quiet sleep, and that gives you a very deep sleep without much of the dreams also. So the parasympathetic nervous system dominance results in deep relaxation. It conserves the body energy. Just excuse me for 2 minutes. And it conserves the body energy and it improves the immune function. The immune function will work well only if we tell our body that we are safe and we are doing good. So that is what the importance for the immune function. And there are other important sects also developed the relaxation technique almost similarly in the name of Yoga Nidra. Our Dr. Sundara Devi Madam has told these techniques quite in detail. Swami Satyananda Saraswati has developed it into a more complex practice, which includes like Sankalpa, breath awareness, visualization, feeling of the opposite sensations, and also full scan of the core body and guided awareness with progressive relaxation. Our Maharishi, being the Maharishi or teacher for the common man, he really simplified the whole Yoga Nidra into a deep relaxation practice. There is lots of relaxation related advancements and research happened. Stress and anxiety reduction is nicely backed up by the publications by the Mosek and Ferreira, Opik et al. They are all quite recent publications that shows that this is not something which is written hundreds of years back, even though the Yoga Nidra and relaxation techniques are quite old techniques. There is a good improvement in hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis. We know that in our meditation also we'll focus on the same axis. By controlling the hypothalamus, which is the master gland, we have a good control all over the body. It gives the autonomic balance, which improves the heart rate variability. It is very clearly proven that heart rate variability is the best sign to see whether a person has got the ability to face the stress. The problems like heart attack happens because the body is facing a stress for which it is not prepared. By having the heart rate variability, your body is strength enough to face the stress if it happens. As I said, Yoga Nidra techniques also reduces the brain activity. It is a very good technique for people who are suffering from post-traumatic stress syndrome or insomnia. Because of the deep relaxation, you don't have to sleep for longer. Even a 6 to 7 hours of sleep gives you a deep restfulness equivalent to something like 8 hours or 9 hours of sleep. There are lots of medical benefits like stress management, improved sleep, reduced muscle tension, lowering the blood pressure and heart rate, and enhanced step awareness. Mental clarity and focus improved, which is very important for the people who are studying and also for those who are working in a research work. Emotional regulation, you can see the person becomes very calm, and it's a foundation for other deeper practices like Kaya Kalpa, etc. In conclusion, the profound power of letting go, because our body always keeps everything in tension and keeps everything within itself to see that I am running this body, I am running this functioning. It's a profound wisdom of embedded in a very simplified manner, and it's a conscious act of surrender to the nature that gives a very good sleep, resulting in like tuning down of all the negative things in the body. By regularly engaging in this systematic journey, a practitioner will get immense power, good power to heal, good rejuvenation, and a good calm life. As I said, the document which I'm sharing has got plenty of references so that it will be quite intriguing to know about this body relaxation techniques much more in detail. Now, since we know that our relaxation technique by Maharishi is such a good one, I'm proposing a project. See, this whole concept started by Dr. Janagiraman Ayya is to see how we can promote the research. So how Vethathiri Maharishi's body relaxation technique can be researched in a proper, authentic manner so that your research is also of quite high quality, and also you will be able to publish it in a very high quality journal. So we need to propose any research in this format. This is just an example, and you can use the same example to promote any kind of evaluating Kaya Kalpa, evaluating body exercises. You can use it for anything. So there should be a good title, a good impactful title. So the title is The Impact of Vethathiri Maharishi's Body Relaxation, VMBR. If you formulate an abbreviation like this, you don't have to repeat this again and again in your journal, and you can just put VMBR after the second time onwards. And the technique on stress, autonomic nervous system function, and psychological well-being, a randomized control trial. As we discussed even yesterday during one of the vision seminar, randomized control trial or the best trial which compares a control group and the intervention group. It is not fair just giving this technique to 10 people and say the 10 people have become better. Why the 10 people have become better? What is the difference you have to compare? So that's why the randomization controls are always well weighed. So stress is associated with physiological and psychological consequences. And in this study, we are going to see how the mind-body practices and our Maharishi's body relaxation technique is going to help us. It is conserving the Jivakantam. It is similar to, we need to recognize and respect the other sects which are having the similar techniques. So we need to cross-reference with Yoga Nidra and other things like progressive muscle relaxation, which is quite common in the Western world. And at the same time, we need to underpin the philosophy of Maharishi behind this. A small summary of literature review. As I said, the previous document has given a full summary of in-depth literature review, but those who want to do the research can use this kind of small summary, which gives us an idea about how relaxation works, what are all the sects in the body where it works. So then we need to form some questions, and the questions becomes hypothesis. The questions are, does regular practice of this technique results in greater reduction of perceived stress? Does it will improve the markers of parasympathetic nervous system activity? Does it improves the anxiety, depression, symptoms, and sleep quality? To research these questions, we will have an hypothesis. This particular body relaxation, we can have hypothesis 2, 3, at least 3 hypotheses labeled as H1, H2, H3, hypothesis 1, 2, and 3. And there will be always a null hypothesis. Null hypothesis is quite straightforward. We have to prove that there is no statistically significant negative things happening with the people whom we are keeping up in this research. So the primary perceived scale, stress scale. So there are various measurement tools available. I'm going to use some tools in this research. If you want to have these tools, you can just Google perceived stress scale. You can get a clear tool of what is that. So our primary hypothesis is, by performing 8 weeks of our VMBR relaxation technique, there will be a greater reduction in perceived stress scale. That is our primary hypothesis. Another primary hypothesis is there will be a good improvement in high frequency heart rate variability. As I said, heart rate variability is a good marker to see a particular person is prone to stroke or heart attack related problems. The secondary outcome, we can use the scores like STAI, which is scores on measures of anxiety, or PSQI, which is a score on sleep quality. So by using these scores, we can compare our control group with the intervention group, and we should be able to statistically prove that the intervention group is better. So this will be our hypothesis. What is the methodology to do? The methodology is to form a study design. So it's a randomized control trial. We have a baseline T0, which is time 0. And then post-intervention, we have T1, which is 8 weeks. And then 8 weeks of intervention is followed up by another 12 weeks of a simple follow-up. So we can recruit people 18 to 65 years. It's better to have always adults, even though this can be done easily for children. And they should have some perceived stress scale, like score between 14 to 26. So there is some moderate stress in the people, so that we can see the difference in the life. Already, if a person is having a nice yogic life and having a very relaxed life, there is no point in recruiting them for the study. It's important to recruit the people who never had this practice so that we can demonstrate the difference. And they should be willing to provide an informed consent, They'll be randomized into two groups, intervention and control group. They should be able to understand in English. I prepared this only in English, but if somebody can translate into Tamil, if they know Tamil, that will be equally good. They should be able to use a audio file in a smartphone, like how Dr. Sudhanda Devi has given a very nice deep relaxation technique during the consciousness meeting. We should be able to create a good audio playback for the people to hear, and it will be uniform throughout the research study. We should exclude the people who are already doing some structured relaxation techniques and those who have severe psychiatric disorder, abuse disorders, and medical conditions like any problems with the spine which won't allow them to lie flat. Our recruitment should go quite stringently, and the primary outcome in the PSS scale and secondary outcome in the G power software and attrition will be quite clearly documented. I will share this form so that any doubtful in the scales or in the measurements like heart rate variability, we can discuss it quite in detail. It's nice to have at least 64 participants per group. So we will be recruiting around 128 participants. If you are not able to recruit the full group of people, that's fine. But our study won't be powered or strong enough to prove what we want to prove. And there will be always a attrition rate of 20%. So that's why I want at least 128 people to be included. Our target maybe even up to 160 so that the attrition rate is balanced out. So randomization is done in 1:1 factor, and we can use various randomization methods like envelopes, which most of you are already aware of. So the intervention is a 60-minute orientation session on our Vethathiri Maharishi's body relaxation technique. And there is a standardized 20 minutes recording, which the persons will be useful every day. They should practice for 8 weeks. So we will measure T0 and T1, which is before 8 weeks and after 8 weeks. There will be a daily online log to see how good the intervention group is practicing it. The control group people won't be given any practice, but we will measure the same T0 and T1 to compare with our intervention group. The data can be collected like age, gender, education status, ethnicity, baseline scores, primary outcomes like perceived stress and autonomic function like heart rate variability, secondary outcome measuring the anxiety, depression symptoms, sleep quality, well-being. Everything has got a very standardized scoring system. I've mentioned all the scoring systems with the appropriate references also, so that you all can get the correct scoring system. So it will be in a very meticulous procedure of recruitment, baseline, randomization, intervention, post-intervention, follow-up, and debriefing. Data can be analyzed by intent to treat analysis, and we can use the SPS software, which most of you are now using for your own studies. By correctly using this technique and forming the outcome, this study will become very strong study. And the same study, same research can be used for Kaya Kalpa, eye exercises, simplified Kundalini, body exercises, and everything. We should get appropriate ethical considerations and ethical approval, which we always do. And our Alia has got a good ethical outcome. And this is like the timeline, 1 to 2 months for finalizing the protocol, another 4 months for recruiting. Overall, in 12 months' time, we should be able to come out with a wonderful study research outcome ready for publication. And then we can disseminate this study not only for publication, also the control group people who haven't got that fortunation of enjoying the relaxation can start doing it. We can say that rigorous scientific evidence on effectiveness of Maharishi's body relaxation technique is now available, and then publication and taking this forward is the limit. So I'm taking this opportunity to thank Dr. Janagiraman Ayya for giving me this opportunity. I've shared this whole document. The main advantage of the document is we are not just relaxing what is body relaxation. We are discussing it quite in detail, how it works, what are all the medical changes happens, what are all the tools we have to measure the changes, how we can translate the whole concept into the good research protocol. Researchers who are taking part in this If you are interested in this topic, maybe 2 or 3 people can join together and start this research work. I'm always available in the background to help with this research at any time. I hope I have crossed the 30-minute schedule. Varga Malavadan, happy for any questions.
Dr. Janakraman here. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Beautiful thing. Before I give to Ramya, one just small clarification. This system, this particular program is being organized by Dr. Ravindranath and team. Okay, I'm only a small tool in the whole process.
Okay.
So my request is Dr. Ravindranath only initiated the whole thing, and this is to him and his credit team. Credit goes to them actually. Thank you so much. Over to Ramya.
Thank you, Aya. Beautiful session, Aya. It's a very useful for all of us. On behalf of everyone, big thank you to our doctor for such a clear, thoughtful, and inspiring session. Dr. Aya, you helped us understand how important relaxation is for both our body and mind. The way you explain things like body awareness, interoception, and proprioception, which tells about the sense of body parts and sense of internal state, and how we can save our energy and protect our Jiva Gandham, was very meaningful. You reminded us that doing relaxation before sleep is just as important as sleep itself, and how it helps us heal from the inside. And your explanation of Yoga Nidra with points like Sankalpa, breath awareness, visualization, and how it affects the brain, sleep, and health was really powerful and easy to understand. And your message about the power of letting go is very meaningful. We also truly appreciate the research product you shared with us. It's inspiring to see how you are combining medical science and Vethathiri wisdom to bring more awareness into healthcare. Thank you once again, Aya, for your time, your knowledge, and your calm, kind way of sharing it with us. We are all taking away something valuable from today's session. Thanks a lot, Janagraman Aya, for the opportunity. And if you have any questions, please, you can raise your hand and you can. Aya is already available.
Thank you, Amma. I've already shared the full document in
Yes, Aya, it's in the group.
Zoom chat also. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Aya, for the kind. Is any questions? Aya Parthasarathi Aya from Melbourne, you can post the question. Aya, you can Parthasarathi Aya. You can unmute yourself, Aya. Is it possible for you? Unmute?
Yes, yeah, now I'm unmuting.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. It's a wonderful speech.
Thank
Just
you.
I have two questions. First question to the team. This is recorded and it is available to hear it again or not? I want to know. And second question is, today we discussed about the benefit of Vethathiri Maharishi body relaxation. Just I'm seeing as a master teaching these classes here, there are many people, sometimes they are unable to do the whole exercise. They may be suffering joint problem and sitting postures, a lot of problems. So how this body relaxation help to heal, to overcome, even let's say we have joint problem, okay? We are unable to do the hand exercise. But how this body relaxation help to overcome to the extent to that particular problem they are facing in a medical way. Thank you, Aya, for Kavalamada.
Sure, Aya. Thank you, Aya. I remember Parthasarathi Aya because a couple of years back, I think I tried to contact him regarding one of my relative in Australia, and he was very helpful. Thank you, Aya, for that. You have connected us to the team in the Sydney. Thank you for that. So how this works is, I will tell you with an example. Say, for example, I've got this coffee cup, so everybody can see. Say, for example, if I filled this coffee cup fully with coffee, and then I can't add any water anymore. If I add any water, the water will spill because the cup is already full. I've just taken the example because the cup is next to me. Similar to is our body. So our body, if you are keeping a joint, if you are keeping a muscle quite tensed up, it is full. it's got its own high pressure. When the pressure in the particular joint or the muscle is high, our own blood circulation, which is good with nutrition and all the immunity, can't go and scavenge the bad things and give a good nutrition to the particular muscle. That's why this muscle and bones are getting aged up. If you're able to relax, the tension reduces. When the tension reduces, there is a space available for our own fresh pranic energy, or our own Maharishi's words, Jivakandam, to pass through the muscle. And we need to do it meticulously. That's why Maharishi used to say body relaxation has to be done from the toes, ankle. And if you're fresh, you can do it so gently. It will take easily 20 to 30 minutes for full relaxation. But unfortunately, what happens is most of us are working so hard. Even after retirement life, they have lots of hobbies or lots of friends, spending time with the grandchildren, etc. We keep ourselves so busy. When you do this proper body relaxation yourself, by the time you finish the toes and ankle and come to the hip, your body become tired and you will go to sleep. It is like meditation. Meditation is awakened restfulness. The whole meditation, we are so restful, but we are so awakened. So the body relaxation has to happen in that way. It will rejuvenate the muscles. It will set up the good autonomic system, improve the circulation, and they can do the Kayakalpa and other body exercises much more efficiently. It is one of the beautiful system. And that's why it is advisable better to have a good audio playback. So that, because if you start thinking about relaxing the toes, relaxing the joints, then again we are very active. The idea is to relax. Idea is to just let it go. And so you can hear the audio file, try to hear the audio file fully, so that you will reach that nicely awakened but relaxed status. And once everything is fine, you should be able to switch off the audio and then go to a very restful sleep. The next day, you can see, even if you sleep 2 hours less, you will be as fresh as extra 2 hours of sleep. Madam.
Thank you, Aya. Thank you. It's really more an informative session. As a master, I learned a lot today. It will really help to conduct the classes here. Thank you so much. Thank
Thank you, Aya. And similar to this, we can have the research topics and presentation on everything what Maharishi has said, right? From Kaya Kalpa, eye exercises, Maunam practice, hand exercises, and our 14-point pressure in the tummy. I've done everything for our vision scholars, but I'm quite happy to do it again in a much more methodical manner. And every time when I present this in a scientific background, I will try to create a hypothesis and a small research idea, so that anybody interested can take it as a research. So end of the day, these sessions are designed to encourage the people who are interested in research. Yes, Parthasarathi, you have raised again, please.
Yes, I actually I had a very intuitively experience to myself from Swamiji's the benefit of simplified physical exercise. He used to say the animal imprints are vanished. Okay, I strongly believe through my mind. To me, actually, how the character changed, how the personalities changed, especially that animal imprints. I have back in mind to do the research in a scientific way, but I do not have any qualification and no idea where to start. But you ignited me. Maybe one day I will think of that. Maybe if I need help, maybe I will contact WCC, R&D, and you. Thank you. And if we have anything to answer to that line, like a simple answer, I'm happy to hear from you. Thank you.
Sure, yeah. So, say for example, the animal instinct. The animal instinct, or the other way of thinking, is something like the karmas, or the other way of thinking is like the influence of the various planets. So our Maharishi has created this whole concept, like for example, meditation on the planets to control the effect of the planets on our life, and our own introspection to see what mistakes we are doing to become a good human being. And this relaxation, what happens is, say for example, if you're driving and suddenly somebody crosses our car or even scratches our car, without even thinking, we will do many things. A person who may not be in our Maharishi's practical family may even go to the level of abusing the person who hit the car, or using some bad words, or even go to the level of having a physical fight. But even a Maharishi follower will at least feel quite bad. Oh, why this happened to me? Why today my car is getting scratched by this? So even that feeling bad is not a correct one. That is a part of animal instinct. So animal instinct can go from hitting someone to feeling bad. So this relaxation gives so much of control over our own body. That's why I mentioned in one place, it gives you a very good control of your own proprioception of the body. So your toe, your finger, your hand, your head, nothing will move without your control. And that will make that control much more better in the meditation places. And when you're doing Kaya Kalpa or any simplified exercises, the exercise will be much more stronger. You will be able to feel your body like a very rejuvenated teenager. That is the main advantage. So our aim is to come out of this automatic system where if there is a problem, we will feel bad. If there is a fight, we will use some bad words or even go to the level of hitting someone. We will come out of all these karmic imprints and animal imprints and have a very calm, peaceful life. And because of that, even the friends and family around the person, they will feel the difference. They will feel the aura. They will feel the calmness. And these are all like additive effects. I won't say that body relaxation alone will make a person into a Maharishi, but Maharishi is made by various combination of everything. வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. வாழ்க வளமுடன். வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
நன்றி.
Nirmalaya, நீங்க you can post your question ஐயா.
Good evening.
Nirmala, your mic is on mute.
Can you hear, sir?
Yeah, சொல்லுங்கம்மா.
Yes.
Sir, good evening, sir. I am from Tamil Nadu. Your speech is very informative, sir. Thank you. I have a question, sir. I would like to know how does it works on a person who was affected by stroke, sir? Stroke.
Yeah. So our Maharishi's first predominant concept is prevention. So if somebody is able to perform all these actions, meditation with exercises right from the teenage, and also following a good food related habits like appropriate fasting and also appropriate intake of carbohydrate, fat, etc. First of all, stroke should never happen. But unfortunately, if the stroke happens, then again it should be a combination of various things. I'm an allopathy doctor, so I will never say stop any medicines. Please follow your neurologist advice, take all the medicines, control the blood pressure. But having said that, follow the exercises as much as possible. Follow the meditation as much as possible. Even a stroke person may not be able to lie down flat, may not be able to sit straight, but do whatever the best you can. And if purposefully done, if focusedly done, it's a very difficult one. It is like somebody with a 100-meter race, but they have to run already 1 kilometer before coming to the 100-meter race. That is a problem with a stroke person. The person is already not starting in the starting point. He's already in a very, very lower physic state. So they need to do in a very positive manner, try to do as much as possible, and using the audio file to hear. Sometimes, say for example, if the stroke is more on the right leg compared to the left leg, they may not be able to even feel the right toe, but they'll be able to feel the left toe. So whatever they're able to feel and relax, they should relax consciously. The relaxation should happen. In fact, the relaxation, we can do even a mild tightness and then relaxation, because just like that, relaxing the calf, nobody is able to relax. So a mild tightness and then relaxation, mild tightness to the thigh muscles and then relaxation, mild tightness to the tummy muscles and then relaxation. So if we start doing that, the part which is nicely served by the nerve, which is not affected, will become stronger. And the part wherever it is reversible, the reversibility will happen. So there is always, the disease process has got the reversible stage and irreversible stage. Magic won't happen. There is no magic. Maharishi never spoken about anything like magic. If they are in a reversible state, there will be some change happens. And if the change happens, it is because of the perseverance and practice. It is not like a magic. And if the change is not happening, unfortunately, a very simple example. If you have a plant, a small rose tree or something, if you are not watering properly, if the tree is getting withered out, you can replenish by using water and putting some appropriate manure. But if the rose plant unfortunately died completely and has become a very dry stock, whatever you do, it won't happen. So we should understand and respect the reversible stage and irreversible stage and do whatever best we can. I'm pretty sure people with stroke may have more time to do it, and they should engage in these kind of practices of rejuvenation as much as possible. Along with this, if they do appropriate meditation, if they read Maharishi's book to know, understand the purpose of life, what is life, then that gives them a kind of a very calmness. Because end of the day, a stroke person may be very depressed inside, thinking, why this happened to me? Why me? Why not the next door person? Why not the other person? Why not that XYZ? So this will give a lot of calmness in the mind. That calmness itself will help them to have a very peaceful life in the rest of the years. வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
Thank you, sir. வாழ்க வளமுடன், sir. Thank you so much.
வாழ்க வளமுடன். Ananda, good evening.
Good evening, ஐயா. வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
I enjoyed your example shown with the coffee flask.
Thank
See,
you. It is just next to me, ஐயா.
Yeah. And see, it is easily understandable by everyone. The relaxation is very, very important. And in the heart, if the relaxation is good, the available contraction will be more effective when the relaxation is complete. The initial length of the muscle is responsible for the force of contraction of the muscle. When it is fully relaxed, it can accommodate more blood, and when it contracts, it can pump thoroughly. It can empty fully. So this relaxation is not only important for the health of the muscles, and as somebody asked about the arthritis associated with muscle spasm to protect it from the pain. So this aspect will come down with relaxation. And as you yourself said, the first casualty in the set of exercises is relaxation. People don't have time to do it at all. They rush through the other parts of the exercises and they leave it. And in hemiplegia, in stroke, and this is more effective, and it will shorten that bedridden state, or return to normalcy is better with relaxation. And this relaxation is how vital. It can be understood only a person who is doing it. Only when he is doing it, he can appreciate the relaxation. If he is not doing it, he may not be. And many professors, assistant professors are here in the audience. For them, if you want the better results for your student, aspirant, then this relaxation is very, very important. This is preparing the practitioner to get more results. And this relaxation is the basic, just like preparing a ground for pot making. This relaxation, Ananda rightly said, that is, if you are relaxing in the previous night, the next day you will be benefited by the previous night's relaxation. So this is also important, and the basic muscle and joint condition is not only confined to the limbs alone, it is connected to the whole body. And you cannot relax a limb completely without relaxing your mind. And it is all interconnected. And today, dear research aspirants, you got a very good protocol to follow. And I can tell that we are conducting a 1 month residential health camp for non-communicable disorders, where the participant is almost normal and functionally only. His BP is just elevated 160 by 100, like that. It is not an illness, but it can respond to the practice in a better way. So, like that, this is a fertile, very rare opportunity for the researchers to handle sick people directly and collect readings. And it is a very rare opportunity for students to do research on the sick population. So the results are good when the individual is not completely affected by the disease. He is in the stages of the disease. He can go bad if he is not getting corrected. So this individual responds better to yoga than by anything. So we are running the 67th monthly camp currently. So our experience is enormous, and I can tell that one with a bony ankylosis for the knee, it was not properly managed. Too much of exercise, rest was given to the lady, and she got the ankylosing process complete. Her knee joint was fully ankylosed. But she was fully convinced this thing. Our Maharishi's exercise through Vedadriyam is fully utilizing the absolute space, the energy, the Jivagandham in the process. This lady was more cooperative, and she could imagine the re-establishment of the circulation and rearrangement of the tissues there. And the divine cosmic energy, Van Gandham, is passed through the affected area. And remember, this is the purest form of energy you can get, and you are absorbing straight from the Turyatitam space into the body, directing it to the affected joint. It can do wonders, and it has done wonders. This lady with ankylosis, she was not able to climb the steps, and more so, she had more difficulty in climbing down. But at the end of the month, she was able to climb up and go down. This was not expected of any other form of management in a ankylosed leg. But with the most potent biomagnetic approach, the changes in the ankylosed joint could be taking place. She was having zero mobility in the joint, and when she was leaving us, she could show some 10 to 15 degrees movement on the ankylosed joint. This is, what do you think of it, Ananda? It's not simply expected, but it is some miraculous change takes place when you handle your patient with the divine cosmic energy. And this cosmic energy is more responsible and more amenable for treatment in relaxation, which was stressed by the speaker very well. That is, when you are relaxed, the energy Jivagantam goes into the muscle cells. It goes to the cellular level. And when it is responsible for autosuggestion in such a condition, results are much, much better. Thank you.
Thank you, Aya. That's a very insightful and quite evidence-based talk what you have delivered. I will complete this with one example. Say, for example, if there is a mango tree with a mango which is nicely ripened, okay, that can fall off anytime. What you will do, if it is nicely ripened, you will go actively walk to the mango tree and pluck it to eat or share with others. You won't go just below that mango, keep your hands below and wait for it to fall off. It can fall off maybe in 1 hour or 1 day or 1 week, but we will actively do it. What is happening in the sleep? The main reason for sleep itself is for our body to get relaxed so that our life force energy, Jivakantam, spreads everywhere from head to toe to repair all the senescent cells for autophagy and give that replenishment. In this active Maharishi's body relaxation, instead of allowing it to happen in an automatic mode, we'll do it actively to make it more strengthened. As Rabindranath Iyer said, if somebody has got a specific joint with some ankylosing joint problem, then they can specifically focus on the joint to relax. It not only relaxes and creates a kind of a low pressure or negative pressure for the Jivanandam to work, it will also mindfully helps to focus the energy on it. மன்மதம் என்றோ அங்கதான் நமக்கு வேலை செய்யுன்றதெல்லாம் திருமூலருடைய வாக்கு. Dr. Krishnaveni Amma, you can unmute and talk.
Sir, am I audible?
Yes, Amma.
Okay, sir. Your topic is very insightful, and I've experienced a lot from relaxation. And I want to know if, based on your speech, the concept of Maharishi is, as you said, is prevention rather than cure. But we are widely using it for cure as well, right? For BP and even diabetes, many other issues. I want to know if it will be useful for cancer patients, since I'm a PhD scholar in Vethathiri Maharishi College of Yoga, and I'm proposing a research topic of or Sky Yoga on breast cancer patients, especially. Can you throw some light?
Yeah, definitely, doctor. As we discussed still now, when a place has got a kind of a low pressure and low stress and stretch, the Jivagandham or life force energy can pass into this much better. We can result in better autophagy, better clearing of the senescent cells, and good amount of replenishment. So somebody with breast cancer, for example, when they are doing this auto suggestion and body relaxation from toe to head, they can spread little bit more time in the breast. They can have a kind of a positive attitude that yes, I got the disease, but it is under control. I will follow the advice of my doctors and other leaders and make sure I will come out of this disease in a very confident manner. So this kind of auto suggestions will replenish the Jivakantam. Also, focusing on the particular disease area will certainly result in improvement. But as I said, there is a reversible phase, there is a irreversible phase. If somebody is in a very late stage, obviously we can't assure them a false positivity, but definitely there will be a good impact. At least it will give them a lot of confidence to face the disease, I will say. வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
Thank you, Doctor. One more question regarding rejuvenation or replenishment, which is nothing but autophagy. Can we give a scientific based evidence on this for research purpose?
Yeah, the scientific based evidence is, say, for example, whatever you are doing for the breast cancer group, as I illuminated, you need to form an intervention group and a control group. In the intervention group, for example, you may believe that breast cancer can be improved by, say, fasting or simplified Kundalini exercise or Kaya Kalpa. So include this body relaxation also as one of the intervention, and you will see that the improvement is very good. And the main mechanism is creating a less stress on the particular body part and creating a kind of a negative pressure so that the replenishing energy will go. But the body relaxation alone is not the single main thing for a measurable improvement. Measurable improvement will happen with a compilation of everything, like understanding the life, understanding the purpose of life, reducing the stress, creating good relation with all the neighbors, forgetting the people who hurt them in the past, and relieving all the stress, nice sleep, healthy food habits, of course mixed with good amount of fasting. If everything is joined together, I'm sure your intervention group will show a tremendous improvement, statistically significant compared to the non-intervention group. வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
Doctor, thank you so much for the insightful presentation.
Thank you, ma.
Thank you. Yeah. Any questions you can raise? 10 more minutes.
If before anybody is asking, let
Yes,
us
sir.
don't take anything as a magic. There is no magic. Let us don't take anything with the belief. Like, for example, Dr. Ananda said this, even Maharishi said this, Dr. Rabindranath Ayya said this. There is nothing, you don't have to believe anything what I said. That's why in the document which I shared, every word is backed up by a appropriate publication. That is where our Vethathiri Maharishi, the whole research unit is slightly lacking, and that is where we are trying to bridge by this kind of talk. Everything is backed up. See, the question by the doctor is very clear. Okay, yeah, autophagy is working, replenishing is working. Is there any more scientific evidence? So only way to bring the scientific evidence is creating an appropriate study so that we'll prove by an appropriately internationally accepted stress scale that the scale is so much reduced by the body relaxation. Heart rate variability is reduced or improved by this body relaxation. Blood pressure improved. So many people have stopped the medications. So many people felt the sleep quality is good. So everything fortunately has got a very standardized measuring tool. We have to select appropriate randomization technique, appropriate measuring tool, so that your article will be accepted in any standardized journal. We don't have to go for any substandard journals, and we need to maintain the quality and quantity at the best. வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
And anything, could you please guide us on how we can help children or young adults to understand the value of relaxation? It's from my side.
Yes, Amma. Absolutely. So even though for the study purpose, we said we'll include the adult and include the inclusion criteria from, say, 18 years or 16 years to 65 years, this can be done very easily for the children. And in our children yoga session, what our Kutala Maya is arranging for the boys and girls, we need to make it in a very playful manner. For example, make them to lie down, give them the instruction like relax the toes, relax the legs, and tell them like let us see who has the power to stay still for longer time. We need to make it in a very fun fight manner. It's very difficult for them before they going to sleep to remember or follow the audio file. If you put an audio file for a 10-year-old, the 10-year-old will go for sleep within 1 minute because they don't have much stress. But a good techniques in a very joyful, playful manner from the younger age will keep them in the groove. And once they reach the 12 year, 13 year, once the girl children are having that menstrual cycle started, then we can start Kaya Kalpa. This will keep both the psychic and the physical health to the top notch, and we can produce one of the best citizens in the world.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. Is that fine to, shall we wind up the session, or any possible questions are there? You can raise your hand. Again, Parthasarathi Ayya from Melbourne.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
வாழ்க வளமுடன் ஐயா. Just a quick question, follow-up of the questions from previous. We are living in Australia, okay, you know, like Western countries, like the youngsters, they have their mind to their well-being in different ways, various aspects. So how we can connect them to come to these yogic practices as you are living over there? So just a short answer. Thank you so much again taking these opportunities. Thank you. வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
Thank you, Aya. Aya, I can tell you from exactly what is happening in my family itself. Say, for example, my daughter is a 18-year-old. She's a very grown-up child. She's going to become a doctor. She's going to join the first year medical school next year. So I keep telling her regarding our Maharishi's practices, everything from the age of immemorial, because I practiced it from very, very young age. There is always a kind of a small amount of resistance to take it up, but we should not force them. We should keep them in the plate and allow them to take whenever they need. They will travel their own life. They will come across a kind of events in the school or some misunderstanding with a friend. And when they come back to us, then if we mention them, if you follow this, this will give you a very calm atmosphere. This will give you a confidence to face these kind of stress, especially the 12th standard or 10th standard exams. At the time, they'll be in a very receptive state. 5 minutes of meditation, they are losing 5 minutes of study time, but that will improve the concentration to the level that they will learn 30 to 40 minutes of the studies in the same study period itself. So it works very well when we are not forcing them. We need to make it in a very gentle manner. Once they are above our shoulders or less equal to our shoulders, they are our friends. So we won't force one of our friend to do this. In fact, we should not force anybody other than ourselves. Everybody should take care of ourselves. I find it worked very well with my daughter, and I never forced her. I allowed her to have her own ups and downs, but now she knows what I mean. Now she understands the importance.
Forcing also will not help them, right, sir? Yes, as you said.
Yes, I am. Yeah.
Nandi, yeah, thank you so much. That was a truly thoughtful and a great questions were asked, and our speaker has given a clear and enlightening answer. Thank you, Aya. Before we conclude, I like to extend our heartfelt thanks to everyone who made this session meaningful and successful. A sincere thanks to the research and development team for your continuous effort in bringing such valuable topics to the forefront. Your commitment to bridging science and inner well-being is truly commendable. To our senior professors and distinguished participants, thank you for gracing us with your presence and enriching this session with your wisdom and thoughtful engagement. At last, but certainly not least, a warm thank you to our incredible back-end support team, the silent pillars working behind the scenes to ensure everything runs smoothly. Your dedication and attention to detail do not go unnoticed. Together, you all have helped create a space that is both intellectually enriching and deeply inspiring. And I have already shared the WhatsApp link. Kindly join the WhatsApp group using the link above to stay updated with the session plan and schedule without missing any details. And thank you, Aya, for sharing such a wonderful presentation and the article about the mindfulness in clinical practice. Your author was truly impactful and thought-provoking. Thank you once again, each and everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, Aya. Shall we wind up the session?
Yes, Amma.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Aya.
உலக நல வாழ்த்து. பாட்டு இட்ஸ் நாட் ஆடிபிள்ங்கயா. பாட்டு கேட்கல.
It will play now.
Yes.
Okay, I think Jalashmi Amma can sing now. Jalashmi Amma.
Jalashmi Amma.
Thank you, ஐயா. வாழ்க வளமுடன். நல்வாய்ப்பிற்கு மிக்க நன்றி. அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். உலக நல வாழ்த்து. உலகமெல்லாம் பருவமழை முத்தபடி பெய்யட்டும், உழவரெல்லாம் தானியத்தை உவப்புடனே பெருக்கட்டும், பல தொழில்கள் புரிகின்ற பாட்டாளி உயரட்டும், பகுத்துணர்வில் தொகுத்துணர்வு பண்பாட்டை உயர்த்தட்டும், கலகங்கள் போட்டி பகை கடந்தாட்சி நடக்கட்டும், கல்லாமை கடன் வறுமை களங்கங்கள் மறையட்டும், நலவாழ்வை அளிக்கும் மே ஞான ஒளி வீசட்டும், நம் கடமை அறவாழ்வின் நாட்டத்தே சிறக்கட்டும், நம் கடமை அறவாழ்வின் நாட்டத்தே சிறக்கட்டும், நம் கடமை அறவாழ்வின் நாட்டத்தே சிறக்கட்டும், வாழ்க வையகம், வாழ்க வையகம், வாழ்க வளமுடன், அமைதி அமைதி அமைதி. நன்றிங்க ஐயா. வாழ்க வளமுடன். நன்றிங்கம்மா.
Thank you, ma. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you ஐயா.
வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
Thank you, ma'am. வாழ்க வளத்துடன், ma'am.
வாழ்க வளமுடன்.
Thank you, Ramya ma'am.
Thank you, ma.